Morning, you guys. Morning, morning, morning. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing Wednesday morning. I'm having a pretty good one now that I have a caramelized coffee. This one's just from McDonald's. My daughter needed a quick little smoothie this morning, so I just went ahead and got one from McDonald's. And this morning it's really good. Sometimes it's not good, and you guys know I've complained about McDonald's iced coffee before. It's hit or miss. Sometimes it just tastes like caramel milk to me. Like there's no coffee taste at all. But whoever makes this one today did a good job. So good job, McDonald's. Also, my nails are back to normal. Those stickers, though, those $7 stickers lasted the entire month of November. I just took them off like yesterday or maybe the day before. And so that's awesome. I absolutely love that they lasted that long for $7. For $7, I'll keep buying them because they lasted. And it looks like we're going to have two on either side of me, if you can see them there. Little co-stars today, but that's okay. And so what are we talking about today? So today we are talking about Amazon Prime's recent book to movie translations, okay? Now, Amazon cannot take full credit for The Expanse, which is my new favorite. It was recommended to me by a subscriber as well as my husband. And Amazon can't take full credit for it because it started as a sci-fi network show, okay? It originally started, I believe the first 2 seasons were on Sci-Fi Network. But so my husband kept telling me about it, And I remembered one of my good friends who's a subscriber had told me about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit down and I'm just going to watch the first season. Just knock out the first season because I believe the 6th and final season is coming out on the 18th of December. My husband's having a pretty major surgery on the 8th of December. So he was like, I want us to be able to lay in bed and watch the final season of The Expanse. But I had never seen it. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and I will give it a shot. So I watched the first season and immediately, like everybody else, fell just desperately in love with the series. I mean, James Holden is one of my favorite characters that's ever been done on a sci-fi show. But that's a full circle thing, and I'm going to come back to that, okay? Because that was so crazy the way that this happened. But first, I watched the first season of The Expanse. Odin, can you please not do that behind me? Thank you. Sorry, guys. He was just being a little extra. And so the first season of The Expanse I watched, and it was just absolutely fantastic. And I decided I wanted to, after season 1, before I started season 2, read at least the first book so that I could kind of compare and contrast. And the books are by James S.A. Corey. And the first book is Leviathan Wakes, okay? And if you watch the series, the episodes are named similarly to the books. Fantastic, fantastic books. Highly, highly recommend those books. Could not enjoy them more. I'm going to probably read the whole series of books. I'm really into those, but first I do want to do the show because I'm trying to, normally you guys know I would read the whole series of books before I watch the show, but I'm kind of on like a time deadline here because of the 6th season, the final season coming out on, I believe it's around December 18th, and my husband really wanting us to watch it together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do something I never do, which is watch all of the show before I read all of the books because of the time constraint. But I'm so excited about this series, you guys. I start the 3rd season of this show, which was picked up from a sci-fi channel by Amazon Prime. Hence the link I'm coming to here. The show I'm starting the 3rd season. Very, very good. Before I jump to the other Amazon Prime show that I watched that was based off of a book series, the crazy thing about this, when I was younger, probably around the time my daughter was born, so 2009 maybe, there was this movie. My brother was obsessed with it. I have a younger brother. He is 4 years younger than me, but he's always been into like Disney Channel type of stuff like that. Well, there was this movie called Sky High, and I remember watching this movie. My brother watched it pretty much on repeat that summer that my daughter was born. Either the summer she was born or maybe she was 1, because I should have did my research on what year this movie came out, but I feel like it was around 2009, 2010, where my brother watched this movie just pretty much on repeat. He loved the movie. And there was a character in it called War and Peace that was my favorite character in the film. He literally was the only reason I would watch this film. I had like a really weird crush on him a little bit. I think I had a lot of like hormones going on because I just had a baby. But yeah, I like had this crush on this character, War and Peace, in this movie Sky High that my little brother was obsessed with, right? So flash forward 12 years, I'm sitting here watching The Expanse, and my favorite character is Captain James Holden of the Rocinante. And I'm like, I love this character. This actor looks crazy familiar though. Like, I know I haven't seen anything with him in it recently, but I cannot put my finger on why this character, well, the actor who's playing this character looks so familiar. So I do what any normal person in 2021 does, and that's go to their IMDb of the actor. His name is Stephen Strait. And guess what he was doing 12 years ago? Playing War and Peace. It was like this aha moment. It was so funny because I was just sitting here watching an episode on my TV and I had my phone in my hand and I was like, there's got to be a connection here. There's got to be a reason why I love this character so much, why this actor is speaking to me so much. Like, there has to be a reasoning. And as soon as I pulled up his IMDb and it said War and Peace, Sky High, I was like, small, small, small world. I digress. There's another Amazon show that came out recently. And this may be unpopular opinion, okay? A Wheel of Time came out very recently on Amazon Prime. I have been excited for this show for some years now. Like, as they've been talking about it, read the Robert Jordan books. I have been hype about this show. And I should have known better. I should have known better. Because every time I get too excited about a book to movie make, it lets me down. Now, my best friend loved the show. Like, binged it, told me about it, loved it. Well, the night that it opened, well, not opened, dropped, because it's a streaming show, I went ahead and I watched the first episode. My husband and I watched it separately because we were at kind of different shifts. And then typically we do this with new shows. We'll watch the first episode separately. If he likes it and I like it, we'll watch it together like the rest of the season. Or if he likes it and I don't like it, which happens with maybe a lot of animes or things like that. Which I got a good anime. Anyways, don't let me get too far ahead of myself. Typically, he'll watch something, I'll watch something, we'll come together and watch it together if we both like it. There's too much stuff out there to read and to watch. Why waste your time on something that you don't like? And we don't always like the exact same thing. So he watched the first episode of A Wheel of Time. I watched the first episode of A Wheel of Time. And we kind of got together that evening. And we're like, okay, what did you think? And we both had the same exact opinion, which was Okay guys, sorry about that. I'm really putting my editing skills to the test today. My dogs needed to go outside. If you notice, they jump up in the window if anybody walks by the house, typical dogs, and will start just barking at anybody who walks by the house, which is why we have that nice little scrape right there that I hate that you can see in the video. I'm fixing it like this weekend or next weekend because it's driving me nuts when I go back and watch my videos through that I film in front of the tree at my desk. This is my work desk. Anywho, let's please get back into what we were talking about, which was Wheel of Time. So, my husband and I both watched this first episode separately. And came to the exact same conclusion, which was weird. It's pretty rare that we do that. And that was, what the heck did we just watch? Because it wasn't anything like the books. Like, I do like the actors that they picked for the little group of friends, the main male group of friends. I thought they did a really good job picking those actors. I can't go into too much detail on the show because I really only gave it about 2 episodes, but I don't know what I was watching. They kept some character names. They kept the character names. Other than that, it wasn't the Wheel of Time. I'm not sure where they were going with it, but it wasn't the books. So that was a no-go for me. I pretty much didn't watch any more after the first episode and a half, maybe max 2 episodes. I was highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. I have never gone to watch a book series turned into a show or a movie that was so far from what it started as. Like, typically, the plot line kind of follows a little bit. Maybe the actors aren't good. Maybe they're the wrong pick for the characters. Maybe they change a few things. But generally, if it shares the same name and is boasted as based off of the Robert Jordan books, the plot kind of follows the same thing. Not in the Amazon Prime series, A Wheel of Time. Plot was... unless they really bring in some book stuff towards the end of the episodes, the plot was not the same. And I don't think that they do because, of course, after we watched the first 2 episodes and disliked them so much, we looked at the reviews. I don't look at reviews typically. Unless I'm feeling very strongly a certain way after 1 or 2 episodes, and then I want to go look at the reviews and see, is it just me? Am I crazy? What is that TikTok? Am I the drama? And so I looked at the reviews, and I think 90% of them said the exact same thing my husband and I were thinking, which was, what the heck are we watching? And it's not the Wheel of Time. It's not the Robert Jordan books. So I think if you have not read the Robert Jordan books, maybe give this one a shot. Because, I mean, my best friend really, really liked it. She raved about it. If you have read the Robert Jordan books, however, this may not be the series for you. Because it's going to disappoint you. Because you're going to expect to see the same things that happened in the books. And it's not going to give you the same things that happened in the books. The story of this friendship, the story of boyhood and coming into manhood and friendship and, like... there's some themes that are very distinctly missing. That's all I'm going to say. And the Wheel of Time, the Amazon Prime show. They're just missing. So, that's my hot take on the Wheel of Time Amazon Prime show. But it can be done well, like The Expanse. And then anime. Oh my gosh. So my husband and I, this is a very heavy watching. Well, no, I talked about the books. Okay. Arcane on Netflix. It has a really high rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's kind of why we watched it. First of all, my husband's played a little bit of League of Legends, which is a video game that it is based off of. And my husband's played a little bit of League of Legends, but not like a lot. It's not like his ESO or his Legends of Zelda or anything like that. But the show was so good. I love the story arc with a lot of the characters. Love the Powder to Jinx transition that they showed. It was really well done. A little heartbreaking. I mean, I'm not going to lie, when some of the things happened, I wasn't prepared. Like, they had to obviously make that story arc from Powder to Jinx. So, there had to be some devastating stuff going on there. But, really, really, really well done. I wouldn't call it, my husband said it's not an anime. They call it an anime, but my husband said it's not. It's a cartoon, basically, or an animated feature. If this eye would stop watering, that would be so fantastic. Okay, but it's an animated feature, according to my husband. But yeah, if you haven't watched Arcane on Netflix and you're here in the US and you can access it, 2 thumbs up from this girl. And I've never played League of Legends, didn't know anything about the characters going into it, didn't know anything about the plot going into it. And it kept me for 9 episodes, I believe it is. Also, if you haven't watched The Expanse, even if you haven't read the book series, there's 5 seasons on Amazon Prime. Go watch that. Phenomenal. All right, guys. This has been a long one. I had a lot to talk about. Go out there, read some awesome books, watch some awesome shows and movies. Let me know anything you watch or read that you think I would like. And have a magnificent rest of your Wednesday. Bye.